Her name is Donnell, and I'm waiting for her to get on, but she is going to be here so soon, April 9th to the 11th. And we are so excited to bring her in. I feel like it's been forever since we've had really any sort of guest teacher or workshop. So we'll be here for the next, 15 minutes, just kind of chatting, casual conversation about what she has to offer, who she is, what she created. She is, I've never met her, but Brooke Monaco, who works at Lotus, she actually has a really cool story that she'll be getting on to share in the next few days. But when she was in Denver, she was in a really bad car accident and found Donnell, and it just shifted things for her. And so Brooke was telling me, a couple months ago, I am so excited for you to meet my teacher and get this all, set up. So we did it. We're here. We're bringing her in, and small world too, because she's actually has some connections in Red Oak, Iowa, which I know some people from there as well. So it feels very in alignment. I need to invite her again. One second. Let's see how this works. It's so crazy being live. I'm just chatting to myself. Oh, there she is. We're going to give her a wave. Hi, Donnell. I saw that you just joined. I actually sent you a request to go live with me. And then we can, I think the screens share. Yes, connecting. We did it.
Yay. I don't know how I did that. Let me see if I can set the phone down so I'm not moving all around. How's that?
Perfect.
So good? Okay.
Yes.
Is it just
thank you for joining us today. Brooke's on. Hi, Brooke.
Hi, Brooke.
I kind of just, I think like for you and I just to kind of chat 10 or 15 minutes, and I have a few things to ask you, but really for you to just, get we'll record this too and upload it to our Instagram page, and we'll use it to share a little bit more about you and what you have to offer. So you want to just jump right in?
I might have missed some of that. How do you want me to start?
Oh, no. Well, I was just going to say, we can just spend the next 10, 15 minutes kind of chatting casually. So anything you want to add, but if you're ready, then I have a few things that I'll ask, and then, you can add. But so first of all, why don't you just tell us a little bit about yourself and how you create, or how you've come to this point and created AgeDEFY, and what you'll be offering when you come to Lotus April 9th through the 11th.
Okay, yeah, I am trying to find a spot so I'm not looking all around, and I can kind of stay calm.
Perfect.
For you guys. So I guess this is something I've been wanting to do for a long time. So I'm from Red Oak, Iowa, so Omaha is kind of like my home as well. And I've always wanted to come close to home to teach a workshop, and especially with what I'm doing right now. I spent years and years, almost 20 years teaching yoga. But then when my hips went and I needed both my hips replaced, the yoga that I was doing wasn't actually accessible. For some reason, my phone just keeps going dark. Wasn't actually accessible to me anymore. And I thought I had to quit yoga. I thought I needed to quit teaching yoga, quit practicing yoga. I mean, the doctors even told me I needed a career change, that I couldn't keep doing it. And they didn't even think that I'd be able to do it after my surgeries as well. So they suggested a career change, and, Google, the doctors, everything. There's just nothing out there, especially when this happened to me. I was 41. I'll be 47 this month. So 6 years ago, no one was talking about 40-year-olds having hip replacements, and especially not 40-year-old yoga teachers having hip replacements. So I was all alone, and it was just a really, really hard time in my life. And like I said, I thought I had to give up yoga, and then I did. I said, I can't teach yoga anymore, so but I still wanted to teach. So that's how I kind of created AgeDEFY. But now I'm coming back to the yoga because that's in my heart anyway, right? That's who I am. I'm a yoga teacher. So now my passion for what I do is to give yoga back to injured movers such as myself, you know, to show you, just give you just tiny movements or tiny adjustments that help you get around your pain and your limitations so that you can go beyond them on the mat. So you don't have to be like me and say, I had to quit, you know?
Right.
So that's what I'm so excited about coming to your guys' yoga studio, because I can't wait to get in front of a yoga audience again. And, you know, I know there's yoga students in your classes right now and in your studio and in Omaha and everywhere who are practicing in pain. And I can help. And that's why I'm so excited about coming to.
Yeah. And you're offering, so you have, we're doing a Friday night, Saturday morning, Saturday afternoon, Sunday morning, and Sunday afternoon. We have in-person spots available, and we also have virtual. So this is great. Even if you can't make it to the studio, everything will be virtual, and it's a great opportunity for, and really, would you say, like you said, anybody is welcome to take these? You don't have to have an injury. You don't have to be like you and say, hey, my, you know, hips, whatever. Anybody can come. And what, you know, what would you add to that? Like, what would be the benefit for somebody who maybe isn't an injured yogi, but wanting to come and learn from you?
So my specialty is in injured and aging movers, right? So it's not even just yogis for really. And I think that there's a lot of specialty people that are out there, personal trainers, chiropractors, massage therapists, yoga teachers, and they're working with pain bodies. And what I would like to give to those people who would like to come to the workshop is just to give maybe what I call it as new movement, new results, you know, give them some new movement that they could maybe integrate in their own current practice already. Right.
Right.
So, I think that's important for people to come. Aging movers is also a passion of mine, right? Because once you have injured hips, like I did at 41, and until I had them replaced last year, I walked like I was 90, you know, and I really got to know how the world acts to aging movers, right? And I want to give aging movers hope that they're going to be moving well into their 90s and hundreds. I mean, like I always tell my students and my clients now, I'm like, we're not working out to look better or fit into a smaller pair of pants. We're working out so that we are independent and creative and active in our 90s and you know, and beyond. And that's really where I've changed, because when I used to teach yoga, I did it for the spiritual and the mental benefits, of course, but also for the good body. And I just absolutely do not take that approach anymore, because when you lose your ability to move, none of that matters anymore. And so I just know that what's more important is how am I going to be living in my 90s? And that's where I come from. So if you're in your 40s, you're feeling older than your age, get into this workshop, because this is what I do. I make people feel younger. I have this whole theory of let's move young to live young.
Love that. And also it's cool too, because it sounds like really it's just a great way for people to sustain a practice. You know, I mean, even people who are starting off and just learning the yoga practice, this is how you can learn to, you know, move in a way that's going to keep you practicing until you're, you know, 60, 70 years old. Sorry, our phone is ringing. Turn that off. Okay.
Well, can I add something just really quick?
Yeah.
So the other thing about that, new movers, let's talk about new movers, or people that are new to yoga practice, or maybe they've been in yoga for quite some time.
So sorry, I can't figure out how to
Oh, wait.
All right. This is the way we work. Okay. Go ahead.
So I guess, you know, especially in my workshops, it wouldn't matter how advanced or how beginner you are in yoga, because I'm not necessarily teaching yoga. I'm teaching yoga enhancements, right? Something that you as a teacher and you as a student or you as a healer in general can enhance to your already practice. And my specialty is in the spine. So what happened to me when I found out, because I had spent years trying to figure out how to fix my hips, right? I mean, I had spent years. And then when I finally decided to get the MRI, right? And I found out that there was no fixing of my hips. That's when I also changed courses. I stopped trying to fix my hips and I worked on my spine. And I really believe that the reason why I had such a great success in both hip replacements and in my recovery and in my life now is because of how I can move my spine. And so I think that if you are a beginner yogi, this is a perfect time to learn how to move your spine. And if you're an advanced yogi, this is just going to deepen that movement even more so.
I love that. That's awesome. Thank you. Yeah. So any other little last thing you want to share before we hop off and continue to share this video? I think it sounds like, anyone's welcome, and we already have people signed up. So we're really excited to have you. I was telling them before you jumped on, we haven't had a guest teacher in a while. So this sort of community, that's what Lotus is about, is community and gathering together and having these sort of workshops, bringing in guest teachers. And we've brought so many in over the years. And every single one, I've learned so much from every single one. And it's cool to be able to kind of put those little nuggets in your toolbox for later. And even like you said, a teacher, a beginning yogi, an advanced yogi. So I'm excited to all be together and learn and be able to share some of your knowledge and your experience, because I know sometimes I feel like on the mat, I'm like, why is my lower back, or why am I having sciatic, or why, all those things that happen that you don't think. You're like, I practice yoga, but that's where
I think that's important what you're saying. That's what I'm saying. I think there are people in pain in your classes, and they're not telling you this because they're like, but I do yoga. I should be feeling great. I shouldn't feel this pain, but yet I do. And yet no one says anything. And I want to give pain a voice, and I want to give people their power back over pain. And it doesn't have to be, every pain story is different, but it's all the same, right? Mine was my hips pain, but if it's a shoulder injury, it's still an injury. And I think those kind of injuries hurt the mental part of us as well. And that's what this practice is about, is just to, accept our injuries, accept our pain, and learn how to move around them and go beyond it. Mm-hmm. Take our life back after pain, after an injury.
Love it. Power over pain.
Yes. That's hope good. After injury, right?
Yes, that's great. Well, awesome. Well, thank you for hopping on and doing this with me. I know you were saying you've never done Insta Live, and I barely ever do it. So we did a good job.
Thank you.
And we'll continue to, kind of share some more tidbits about you and what you have to offer along the way. And if there's anything you ever want us to share, please let us know, because I definitely want as many people to experience you as we can get. So thank you.
Well, I will let the virtual people know, if you want to sign up for the workshop virtually, I've been practicing on Zoom for the last year. So I'm pretty good at teaching virtually. And as well, I went back to Core Power. I started the Core Power when they first started with just one studio here in Denver, and I was hired to create the Yoga Sculpt program for them. Well, one of the studios called me and wanted me to come back for a few months to try to revive after COVID and stuff. And so I took the opportunity and I did it so I could practice teaching to people again, so I'd be ready for this workshop. So I am so ready.
Good. And all of our students are ready too, because they've been used to it since a year ago. So it'll be good.
Awesome. Well, so nice to meet you, and I can't wait to see you next month.
Yes. All right. Well, have a great day. It's lovely weather here, so get outside.
Yeah. Thanks.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Thank you for joining in.